Starting with a big developing story, just a day to go for admissions and confusion still prevails over the four-year undergraduate program at the Delhi University.
HRD Minister Smriti Irani has told CNN-IBN that she will not be interfering in that matter. Sources within the ministry though say that the UGC's orders on scrapping the four-year program is supreme and should be followed. The DU Vice-Chancellor meanwhile is meeting college principals, some 70 of them, and trying to garner support for continuing the four-year program. But there are students, as you see, protesting outside his office, demanding it be scrapped. The UGC has warned that contravention of this order could lead to serious action, including withdrawal of grant facilities. DU is expected to reply to that order by today.
सर ये बताइए कुछ डिसीजन निकलने की उम्मीद है कि नहीं?
वेट कर रहे हैं हम रिप्लाई का उनका
दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी का सर.
Joining us now is former Union Minister and senior Congress leader Mr. Manish Tiwari. Mr. Tiwari, the four-year undergraduate program of the Delhi University, this was a brainchild of the former UPA government. The new government has decided to scrap it. The UGC has sent a directive to all DU colleges to revert back to the old system or face consequences. Your first reaction?
Well, first of all, if my understanding of the issue is correct, this was not the brainchild of the UPA government. This was a decision which was taken autonomously by Delhi University after taking various factors into consideration. In fact, if you recall, at that point in time, there were people within the UPA who had reservations with regard to increasing the graduate course from 3 to 4 years. But nonetheless, since the Delhi University is an autonomous organization and it had taken a call, so therefore they went ahead and implemented it. The fundamental question is that where was the UGC then? If they had reservations with regard to increasing it from 3 to 4 years, why didn't they advise the Delhi University at that point in time that what you are doing is not in consonance with the national education policy or whatever policies that the UGC has? Why has there been this abrupt U-turn by the UGC, or is the UGC becoming a convenient scapegoat for someone else to shoot off their shoulder? And more importantly, it is something which concerns the future of students. Right. After all, there are lakhs of students who took admission in a 4-year course. What's going to happen to them? Is that course going to be curtailed to 3 years? Right. And if you are going to now curtail the cost from 3 to 4 years, where is the guarantee that 2 years down the line you will not again increase it to 4 years? And this makes the university a complete laughing stock in the eyes of the world. After all, the Delhi University is a very revered institution. It has its own global standing. And if you go around reversing graduate programs, in this manner and gerrymandering with them, you have made the university a complete laughing stock. And you have played with the careers of millions of students. So therefore, it is more reflective of the attitude of the NDA government towards institutions. After all, Delhi University is an autonomous institution. It has its own self-governing bodies. Right. The President of India is a visitor to the university. Right. And
well, much politics has played out over the 4-year program in this last 1 year that it has been in existence. Let's go straight across to our reporters joining us this hour. Priyanka Dubey is at Shastri Bhavan. This is where the HRD Minister's office is. Meenakshi Upreti is at North Campus, Delhi University. Shubhajit Semgupta is joining us from the VC's office. Meenakshi, I'm coming to you first. There's much confusion still over the 4-year program, whether it remains, whether it goes. Admissions are starting day after. Tomorrow is when the first cutoff list is supposed to come out. Are we hoping to see a resolution today itself, or will the matter drag?
Yes, Shreya, we are hoping a resolution today itself. We do know that the Vice Chancellor is holding meetings with the principal. Vice Chancellor held meetings with the officials in the morning also. Remember, the UGC has asked Delhi University to remove the 4-year course and go back to the 3-year course. But for the students, a lot of confusion remains. There's a lot of politics also going on for the issue of the 4-year course. I am in Delhi University right now, and if my camera person could show you, on one side there are celebrations going on by ABVP workers. They're bursting crackers, some celebratory dance story. And if my camera person could just bring you to the other side, this is really the other side of the story. I also have with me students of the BTech course. This was a course which was started last year in the 4-year course. These people have finished 1 year and their course is under hold. Their future is uncertain. Let's talk to some of them right now. If I was to ask you, you have done your first year in BTech and now your course is under hold. Just tell us about the sort of issues you're facing right now.
The current issue is that last year when we took admission, UGC had no problem. Like, we can pursue BTech. It was given us assurance that we will have a BTech degree in the 4-year. But now UGC is saying that no, it's under, we'll scrap it off. It's useless and it's not following the policy. I don't know which policy they're talking of. If someone is getting a change in the education system, which is acceptable in the foreign universities also. DU is a prestigious university. The main reason we left IP and other universities, it was just that we wanted a name. The DU, Delhi University, is a brand name.
So you left good university, bigger university to take BTech in Delhi University, and now your future is uncertain. You were talking to me about that. So tell me, which colleges did you leave, and now what? What's the future ahead for you all?
Our main protest is is in favor of that. We want BTech in now, and we want BTech in future too. So we have thought that we will study the quality education of BTech. That era of the BTech will start in DU, but.
Right, your future is uncertain, you have no work. You were also saying that you want not only your course to continue, you want the 4-year at least for BTech, because otherwise you will be isolated.
Yes, of course. Abhi kya ho raha hai? Now they are taking that, now they are converting BTech to BSc. But as we can see, पिछले साल what happened, the hike of the percentages was because of BTech. Most of the students chose not to go out of the city and stayed here, and even I rejected IP instead. I said that DU is better option because BTech provided by DU would give me really good opportunities in the future. But now they are saying that they will be rolling back FIUP. My suggestion is that they should roll FIUP for other courses, but they should retain it for BTech, which they have promised.
If it's converted into BSc, you are at a major loss. You were saying your degree will have no value.
Yes. Because we have taken admission for BTech, not for BSc. And the main thing is we all have left IP University. We have good rank, but we left it just because of Delhi University brand name. And now they are saying this, so our 2 years will be wasted. Next year we also and we are in minority. The case is we are in minority.
That's why you just heard it from the students in Delhi University here. On one side where the BJP's youth wing is celebrating, Congress's youth wing, NSUI is protesting. This is the real story which is going on in Delhi University. These students who have studied their first year in BTech, their future is uncertain. Their course is under hold right now. If it's converted to a BSc degree, their degree holds no value. This is the question they're asking, where do we go from now? Till now there is no clear answer from the Delhi University. Hopefully, this issue will be resolved today itself, and for others also they're hoping for the cutoff to come out by tomorrow.
Right, and time is running out, and that's one of the big concerns that we are tracking really as to what happens to those who have already enrolled themselves in that course. Shubhajit Sengupta, I'd like to come to you first. You're at the Vice Chancellor's office. What is the news that is coming out from there? There have been meetings that have been held through the day there.
There are a series of meetings at different levels which are going on. There are separate meetings at the college level which are going on. Each college is having their admission committee meeting. Remember, tomorrow is the day when they have to come up with a cutoff list. Now, there's another level of meetings which are going at the university administration's level, wherein the VC is meeting some of the principals. Now, the entire group of 64 principals are now divided into various groups. Now, some of them are pro-VC and the others are against the VC. So, VC is also trying to shore up his support with regards to his fight against UGC. The third is at the UGC, where there was a series of meetings between Ved Prakash, who is the UGC chairperson, and the secretary of Human Resources Ministry, Higher Education, and there were also certain decisions which were to be taken. Now, UGC will receive a response from DU by later this afternoon, and if that response doesn't come in, UGC can take their own decision. However, the fact remains that so far, those who are pro-FIUP and pro the Vice Chancellor are still saying that the UGC's decision is unconstitutional. Now, where are the colleges left? The colleges say they are yet to receive any directions. They are hoping something will come their way post 2 o'clock. As far as admissions are concerned tomorrow, the colleges say that the list would be more or less ready because the process would be same whether it's FIUP or whether it's a 3-year undergraduate program. The first level of putting out the cutout list is the same. That's why they will come out with it, but they can only come out once they receive a clear direction, which they are hoping to come by later in the afternoon. At around 4 o'clock is the coordination committee of the which is under the leadership of Vice Chairman of UGC. That team is also meeting. They will look into how the transition is to be made, which means that UGC has made up its mind that it has to be a 3-year course. And in that meeting, a lot of these issues which Meenakshi was speaking about what happens to the BTech program, there's a 4-year program which almost like the engineering program. So there a decision is to be taken wherein DUTA representatives have suggested a solution saying that BTech program for this year should continue as it is. If they want to leave after 3 years, they should be given BSc Honours. If they complete the full 4 years, then they should be given BTech. But those are all at the proposal stage. And tomorrow the admission begins, but no one knows. Everybody, all those lakhs of students who've applied for DU, they do not know whether they have going to get admission in a 3-year course or a 4-year course.
Sure, the question being raised is, why is the UGC stepping in now? Why did it not step in a year ago when FIUP was being introduced? If they had objections, they should have raised those objections last year itself. Why are they doing so now? I believe we have Priyanka Dubey, who is joining us from outside the HRD ministry. That's a place that has seen some protests as well. Priyanka, it's over to you. What are you hearing from within the HRD ministry? We do know that Smriti Irani, when she became the minister, came in with that one big agenda of scrapping the 4-year program.
That's absolutely right, Shreya. In fact, parallel meetings have been going on since morning by the Delhi Vice Chancellor to garner support in favor of the FYUP, and with Smriti Irani, the meetings that she was taking with the UGC chairman to clearly try and ensure how they're going to implement their directive, the UGC's directive of scrapping the FYUP. So far, there is no clarity on what is going to happen and when. But the fact remains that as far as the BJP is concerned, scrapping the FYUP was very much part of their manifesto, something that the HRD ministry is very keen on implementing, which is exactly why we have also seen the UGC directive, which has gone out to all principals in the Delhi University, making it clear that the FYUP needs to be scrapped and they have to revert to the 3-year course. But the Delhi University is now up in arms. Mostly it is a group that is pro the Vice Chancellor, who's also holding meetings now to garner more support and generate more logic as to why they should not be scrapping the FYUP. But as far as the students are concerned, they have been left in a lurch. There are parallel protests going on, as we saw with Meenakshi, of students who've taken admission in the BTech courses who do not know if they'll get a 4-year degree or not. And parallelly, there are also protests from those students who have been opposing the FYUP now. Some of them, like the ISA, the All India Students Association, had been protesting. They are still outside. You can see some of them still outside. They in fact were planning to march all the way up till the President's house. They were stopped by the cops just a short while back. Their demand is that the President needs to intervene in this matter and sort it out as soon as possible. Take a look at this report that we shot just a short while back. The Delhi University's FYUP is yet again in news, again for all the wrong reasons. We're standing right outside the Ministry of HRD, and these are students from the ISA, the All India Students Association, who are outside the MHRD protesting. They wanted somebody from the HRD ministry to come and meet them, but nobody came, and after that they decided that they will march to the President's house. They have been stopped right outside the MHRD by the police. They're not being allowed to go out of this cordon.